Today we are going to learn about what is floating tunnel, types of floating tunnel, submerged floating tunnel, transatlantic floating tunnel, reason for floating, construction of tunnel, components of tunnel, problems to be faced, conclusions and references. The submerged floating tunnel is a tube-like structure of steel or concrete made through buoyancy and supported on columns or held in place by tethers attached to the sea floor or by pontoons floating on the surface. The submerged floating tunnel utilizes lakes and waterways to carry traffic underwater, and on the other side, where it can be conveniently linked to the rural network or to the underground infrastructure of modern cities. In recent times, the need of society for regional growth and the protection of environment have assumed increased importance. In this wider content, the submerged floating tunnel offers new opportunities. The submerged floating tunnel is an innovative concept for crossing waterways utilizing the laws of buoyancy to support the structure at a moderate and convenient depth. The buoyancy of the bridge is that it takes over to the other side. The beauty of the bridge is also the aesthetic impression. Sometimes it might be best in the if the bridge was not there because of the environmental impact a bridge may have, such as noise, pollution, and disruption to the scenery. But then you cannot get across to the other side. The diagram shows the suspended from the pontoons and attached to the sea floor. Trans- Transatlantic Tunnel. It is a theoretical tunnel which would span the Atlantic Ocean between North America and Europe and would carry some sort of mass transits. Trains are envisioned in most proposals using advanced technologies. Speeds of 300 to 5000 meter per hour or 500 to 800 kilometer per hour are envisioned. The yellow mark shows New York, Greenland, Great Britain, and Norway, and the red mark shows direct to London. Plans for such a tunnel have not progressed beyond the conceptual stage, and no one is actively pursuing such a project. The main barriers to construction such a tunnel are cost as much as $12 trillion and the limit of current material science. The tunnel is 215 times longer than the longest current tunnel and would cost perhaps 3000 times as much. Reasons for floating tunnel. Floating tunnel is the totally new concept and never before used even for a small length. It can be observed that depth from place to place on a great extent. The maximum depth is up to 8 kilometer. Also at certain sections, average depth is 3.3 kilometer. The two more alternatives are available for construction are bridge above water level or tunnel below ground level. But as we seen, the depth is up to 8 kilometer. It is impossible to construct concrete columns of such height. Secondly, if we go for second option, the pressure below 8 kilometer from sea surface is nearly about 500 times than atmospheric pressure, so one cannot survive in such a high pressure zone. Therefore, floating tunnel is finalized which is at a depth 30 meter from sea level at which there is no problem of high pressure. This is sufficiently to go and at any big shape to pass over it without any obstruction. This is the diagram of floating tunnel. It's a ship shaped rubber cap seal. Components of tunnel. Following are the main components of this tunnel: gasket, or shell, sea anchors, utility conducts and service ports, vacuum pumps, maglev train, guide waves, gasket or shell. As the tunnel is situated at a depth of 30 meter, it should be perfectly watertight, and secondly, it should resist the salty sea water. And thirdly, it should be withstand against hydrostatic forces coming on it. Therefore, it is made of four layers. Outermost layer is constructed on aluminium to resist the salty seawater. Second and third layer is made of the foam to float the tunnel easily in water. Fourth layer is of concrete which gives strength to the tunnel. As the length of the tunnel is very large, it is not possible to construct the tunnel at situ or site. Therefore, it is made up of 54,000 precast units. These units are casted on shore and transported to place where they can have to fix the units with two large floating platforms. Sea anchors. As the tunnel is in the Atlantic Ocean, it should have to face high current velocity in Atlantic Ocean. The tunnel should not deflect much with water current. Therefore, it anchored to the seabed with the help of steel anchors. The procedure is as follows. First, ropes are attached to a block, and then this is inserted in seabed water, come out from top and forms a hydrostatic seal which holds the block firmly in the seabed. Vacuum pump. The train is running with such a thrilling speed of 50,000 meter per hour in the tunnel. The air resistance is too high on such a high speed. Therefore, to reduce it and increase the speed of train, vacuum is created in tunnel. But creating vacuum is such a long tunnel is very difficult task. With available equipments, 100 propellers of most powerful going jet are required to excavate the air continuously for 15 days. The vacuum pumps are installed throughout the length of the tunnel to maintain the vacuum in it. Service port. The tunnel is powered by electrically which should be available for entire length of the tunnel. These electrical wires are carried out through utility conducts. The two service ports are provided in tunnel, one above the other below the track conduct. These are provided for communications and access for repair works. Maglev train. These are magnetically elevated trains. These trains do not run over the track but floats slightly above the track. Thus, we can achieve practically zero tractive resistance between train and track. Further, this train will pass through vacuum which increases the speed of train. The sensation of flying at 400 meter per hour with no engine noise or vibration will make the journey through the tunnel a unique experience. Special rotation and pivoting seats are provided to further reduce the effect of gravitational force. Challenges to be faced. Cost. Due to lots of material and machinery involved in project, estimated cost is nearly 1.2 thousand crore dollars. Fire. It is difficult to rescue people if fire will break out in train and also to face the problems due to the smoke of fire. Collision. If in case of collision of two trains took place, it is very difficult to rescue the people. No stoppage. It is very difficult to stop the train traveling on such a high speed. Titanic again. Ship hits the transatlantic tunnel, end up in great tragedy. Conclusion. The tunnel will set new trends in transportation engineering, and which shows with the advances in technology, we can reduce the time required for traveling and make the transportation more effective. By hiding the traffic underwater, the beauty of landscape is maintained and valuable land is available for other purposes. Benefits can be obtained with respect to energy consumption, air pollution, and reduced noise emission. For wide and deep crossings, the submerged floating tunnel may be the only feasible fixed link, replacing present days ferries and providing local communities with new opportunities for improved communication and regional development. Thank you guys. If you like my channel, please share it to your friends and subscribe it, like it, and comment your reviews. Thank you.